So in 48 hours of running the pump, I've gained 17.5 inches of height of water in the pond, which is really impressive. It starts off fast, but as it gets higher and higher, it takes more volume to fill it. So, but 17.5 inches in 48 hours. I'm gonna let the pump run a bit more tonight. I know when I stop running the pump that the clay all around the pond is going to absorb a ton of water, so it'll drop a whole bunch. So I want to fill it 6 inches, 8 inches higher than where I'm hoping to have it stay, and hopefully by doing that it'll allow us to stop running the pump. It'll drop the water level a little bit, soak into the soil, but then it should hold, hopefully. I'm just going to check here at the overflow. So here I've got the pump going, and then over here with the frog right here is the overflow. So I've got it up. I know I burnt it this spring when I burnt all these grasses back. It still feels solid. What I can do is go find the bottom of the overflow and make sure that it's not leaking out there. If it is, I'll stop the pump because I'm just creating a recirc here. Didn't fall. So it's not good because I hear water flowing. So I can't fill the pond any higher because I'm emptying it. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know where. I'm gonna turn this pump off because that's pretty much the flow that's coming out is the flow that's going in. So I'm gonna turn the pump off. Okay, and then so I went to the top of my overflow, which wasn't in the water, and followed it down, and underneath the overflow where it goes into the pond, water somehow eroded around that. I had done a concrete plug, but I guess it got around that somehow. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a bag of bentonite clay, and I'm gonna go shove a whole bunch in this hole and allow the water to pull it in, and hopefully it'll pull it in, and as it pulls it in, it will swell and bind with the rest of the clay, and hopefully that will seal it. I have no idea if it'll work, but let's give it a... I've got water flowing in underneath, I believe underneath this pipe. Yeah, water's flowing that direction. So add a whole bunch of bentonite clay and push it in. When I first put this overflow in, the pond leaked quite a bit around it because it was just it was too low, and then it wasn't in the right spot, and now the overflow's in, but it, I don't know, I with the pond leaking, I've never had an issue with the water getting that far. I'm just gonna do this so it swells up around it a little bit. Okay, water's still running. It sucks. So that means it's getting in somewhere else, but it's somehow still finding its way along our drain pipe at some point. We'll see how low the water level drops. I will watch to see if I do have the weeping happening over there. That'll at least tell me if I'm having leaching from the pond there or not. We'll see where the water level stops at, and then we will have to, I don't know, dig up this drain line or something. It's not gonna be fun, but whatever. I love having a beautiful pond. To have a beautiful pond, you gotta put work into it. So that's what I'll do. Okay, so I got a haircut. So I feel a couple pounds lighter on the head. Came out the next day, you know, letting the pond settle after finding out that leak was in there. So, and within 24 hours, the pond's dropped. So in the course of a day, in the course of 24 hours, the pond has dropped 10 inches, maybe a little bit more. So like that took 2 days of pumping almost to get that high. It sucks. The pond saga continues. Okay, it's not getting better. Came over here to my drainage pipe, and underneath here is where it was leaking. And I looked and I thought, sweet. It's not running anymore. That's awesome. And I sit here in the quiet and I can hear water running. So water is flowing out here. I think this is a muskrat hole. Water leaking out over here. This is this is the look of defeat. Man. I had a plan, and my plan was to dig along the side of my drain pipe and dig a big trench and find the leak underneath the drain pipe and cut the drain pipe and fill the trench with concrete, and that was going to be my solution. But I don't know what to do. The drain pipe's here, and the leak I found is around the tree and over there. I don't know, a couple, 10 yards away, 6 yards away, something like that. So it just means these darn muskrats have found their way in. My beautiful pond is going to stay lower for now. One day I'll come up with a solution. That day is not today. Sometimes these things work out awesome. Sometimes they don't. I'm sorry I can't show you the bentonite clay and that it works and that there's no problems. Where I was having the leaching before seems to be dry, but apparently the leaching was only part of the problem. The other part was muskrat holes. The muskrats made their way from the creek over there, through this nice tall berm, and into our pond. We don't have muskrats right now, but we had them last year. I don't know what to do. Sometimes that's the way it goes. But you know what? I still enjoy the place. I'm still gonna enjoy the pond. Yes, I've got 3 feet less of water than I'd like to have, but the pond still looks beautiful. I still have fish in it. It still works for watering. Our greenhouse, there's a lot of positives still. But thanks for watching Half Dozen Homestead, and I'll catch you on the next one.